Hello everyone, my name is Overflow, and I'm overflowing your mind one video at a time. So this is some domination on the map Resistance. I'm using the Scar gun, Scar L gun, the scare. Okay, bad joke. But I just want to get right into what I want to talk about, and that is the effect that you as a human being has on the world and has on other people. And you may not think about the effect that you have on other people. Now, I'm not saying that most people don't care about other people, because that would be false. What I am saying is that people, they a majority of the people do not have a recollection of when they affect someone. For example, for me, I don't like swearing. You'll never hear me swear in one of my videos. Now, people who I tell that to, and yet they continue to swear around me, that's not even respectful of myself and the people around them who, maybe don't want to hear those words. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't swear. That's not my place to tell you. That's ultimately a decision that you're gonna have to make yourself. But if you swear around someone who has told you before that they don't like swearing, then that's kind of just disrespectful to them. And everybody deserves some respect, and everybody deserves the same treatment from you. And maybe you have some favorites, and I'm sure that's just human nature. But I'm not sure if you should respect anyone any less than what you give other people. All right, and it's just something that I've been thinking about lately, and how my actions and my comments can affect other people, and what they can do. I mean, words can hurt, and if you tell someone that that, let's just say they're ugly, you tell someone they're ugly, no matter if they brush it off or pretend it doesn't matter, that it is in fact going to matter to them, and it's going to affect them not only now but for the rest of their lives. If you say something positive, this is a sad fact, but just the way the world works. If you say something positive, people are going to say, "Oh, thanks. I mean, that was nice." Then they'll forget it in like a half hour. But if you say something hurtful, and if you bully someone, they're going to remember that for the rest of their lives. And that's a sad fact of today's world, how we take compliments so lightly, I guess, and we take insults so greatly. And no matter who you are, and you say, "Oh, well, I don't care what people say about me," you do in the long run. And if people keep shouting this at you over and over and over, then it's gonna get to you, and it's gonna do that. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's no weakness. There's no anything like that. And it's something that most people don't take into consideration when they go about their lives. You should always think, how is my actions affecting someone else? Okay, now let's going off that subject. This has come into light for me recently. If someone comes to you and they're seeking approval, you need to give them approval. You need to say, "Hey, you know what? You're doing a great job with whatever you're doing, and you just keep at it, and you might do something great for yourself." And false hope isn't ever a good thing. So if someone comes to you and they're doing something that is just out of their reach, something that is just not a realistic goal, or something that they don't, it's not realistic, it's not a realistic thing to even wish for or expect to happen, then I would expect you to say something, and I would expect someone to say something to me if it's unrealistic and in that kind of nature. However, if you are going to tell someone that, my advice is to tell them something great that they do. For example, I, for the longest time, about a year ago, wanted to play guitar and sing. I thought it'd be so cool to be on YouTube, like a YouTube musician, and have my own iTunes and have a website where people can go and listen to my songs, and I can express myself that way. And it was great. It was fun, and I had a fun time recording songs and trying to do it. But then one of my friends sat me down one day. He said to me, "You know what, bro? I'm gonna be honest with you. You can't sing." And I know that I can't sing now. But if you're gonna be openly honest with someone, that's always the best. But if you are going to do that, then maybe you should mention something good that they do. So maybe I didn't sing well, but I can play the guitar well. He would say, "You know what? You really can't sing, Overflow. You can't do it. But you play the guitar really well, and that's something to be proud of, and I think you should pursue that." And that's just another example of how your actions affect those people, how it affects the people around you, and how you should always take that into consideration with virtually whatever you do. Even playing video games, doing commentaries. I disagree with a lot of the views that some commentaries have, or commentators rather, or what they even do, or how they portray their persona. But that's something that I'm going to keep to myself, and I'm not going to bring that into the light, because that is my personal opinion, and how would I be affecting these other people? As I said before, this is come into my life quite a bit recently. How things can be so messed up, so you know, so down, and you don't know exactly what's going to happen, and yet you still maintain a positive figure, a positive public figure, which brings me to my next topic. I don't have a lot of followers, so I don't really feel like I have a public image to keep up. However, your image that you have with your friends and the people at school, that is a public image, and that is that is something that you have to maintain. And I'm not saying that you should put on a mask in any way, shape, or form. What I am saying is that what you do and what you don't do, which is an important thing I'll talk about in a minute, is put into light, no matter who you are, because no matter where you are, who you are, how popular you are, you always have people looking into your life and judging you in some way. Now, I'm not saying that's right, I'm not saying that you should even do that, but it's something that's unfortunate, and that we do, and it's just that's how the cookie crumbles, I guess. That there's just people like that out there. So I might as well talk a little bit about the gameplay. I don't do very well. I do get a juggernaut in this game. I try to do the dual cap, where you capture 2 flags, and then you have the other one was where they spawn. You just kind of spawn trap them in there. However, that didn't really work very much for me. Actually, it didn't work at all. I think we actually lost this map, and for some reason this video cuts out early, and I don't know why, but it does. And it's just one of those things where sometimes you have bad games, sometimes you have great games. Which, I'm not going to beat myself up for it. Everybody has some bad games. Loud chair. Okay. What else? Oh yeah, there was a guy in this lobby that his sniping ability was absolutely amazing. So you UB clan, kudos to you guys for sniping me in the face over and over and over. So yeah. So I'm just going to quickly recap as this video comes to an end about what we talked about. Basically, you're gonna do what you feel that you need to do, and some people aren't independent like that. Some people need the approval. Some people need someone out there just loving on them and saying, hey, you know what, good job, I'm proud of you for doing this, and I'm proud of you for for doing this, for doing that. And some people need that, some people don't. If you're one of those people who don't, I say that is a benefit, because you're not always seeking for approval, you're not always doing this, you're not always doing that, and I really wouldn't worry about it if you're not one of those people. But another thing, if someone comes to you and they say, you know what, I need some help, or I want someone to say I'm doing a good job. Now they would never say those words, but that's what they mean. And they want someone, when they show you something that they've done, they want to have someone say, you know what, good job, great job, you've done this well. And even if they didn't do it well, don't be afraid to not sugarcoat it. Say, you know what, I think you could do better. Here, why don't you try this instead? And try to do it not mean or not rude, not bullying, but just loving, and say, you know what, this is something that you need to work on, and here's the resources that you can do that. And if you don't have the resources, no problem. But just be honest with people, and and hopefully they'll be honest back. And that's basically what I wanted to talk about in my commentary. My contest is going on, guys. So follow me on Twitter, subscribe, comment. Thanks, guys. Talk to y'all later.